Hey, loyal badass listener. Welcome back to Volume 4 of our Summer Reset Reboot. We are on the home stretch of this series, and today we are pulling an episode out of the vault that hits on something so many of us struggle with, and that is desire. Somewhere along the line, society told us that as we get older, our desires should be getting smaller or put on the shelf entirely. We're told that it's too late to start something new and that wanting freedom, creativity, and adventure makes us, well, too much. Today, we're flipping that script. Your desire isn't wrong. It's wisdom. It is a roadmap that is telling you exactly what you need to reclaim your joy. So grab your notebook, lean in, and let's get into Volume 4. Is it freedom? Is it love? Is it creativity? Is it adventure? What is it? And when you can identify that, then you can start to take small steps in that direction toward that thing that you want that maybe somebody else has. You're listening to Midlife Strategies for Badass Women, the no BS podcast for women over 40 who are sick of playing by someone else's rules. I'm your host, Sue Willoughby, badass midlife strategist, truth teller, and professional fire starter for midlife reinvention. Around here, we don't do fluff. We do real talk, bold strategies, and badass breakthroughs. Because midlife isn't a crisis, it's your damn power move. If you're all in, unapologetic, and ready to reinvent, let's get started. Hey, welcome back to Midlife Strategies for Badass Women. I'm Sue Willoughby, your host and chief badass strategist here. I am really excited to be back after that little break that last week and my interview with Ingrid Hu Dahl. I hope you enjoyed that because I certainly interviewed having a conversation with Ingrid. She's funny, she's smart, she's so many things, inspiring, and a fantastic writer. So I hope you take the opportunity to pick up her book, Sunshining on Morning Snow. And she's also on tour with the book. So check her event schedule on her website. And hopefully you can connect with her at some point in a bookstore near you. So today we're back with episode 4 of our Midlife Reclamation series, a summer reset. Today, our topic is going to be desire. Yes, reclaiming desire. And yes, I do mean that other kind of desire. When you say desire, immediately your head goes to the sexual aspect of it. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So this is part 4 of our 5-part series. I want you to look at desire as a compass and not a liability. I think the word desire scares a lot of people because it's something that we're taught as young women that, we're not supposed to have desires because, like I said, desire can have some sort of steamy connotation to it. So I got a question for you, though. When was the last time that you asked yourself, what do I really want? I and want are the important words in that sentence. What do you really want? And when was the last time you asked yourself, what do I really want? Not what's practical, not what does everybody else want me to do, but what do I really want? What makes me feel lit up? What makes me feel energized? What makes me feel happy? The thing about desire is that it's not taboo and it's not selfish. It's really considered sacred intel. And the more you know about what you want and what you feel and what you're drawn towards, the better off you'll be overall. And the more you can move forward and navigate your life and your journey in a way that makes you feel fulfilled. So let's just talk about a little bit about why does desire feel dangerous or taboo? Like I said, we've been told that desire is frivolous or inappropriate or shameful. And many midlife women have just shut down and just to survive and to serve others' desires, which probably is not far from the truth. And if that kind of resonates with you, think about that. Have I put my own desires on the back burner only to fuel the desires of others, regardless of what that means. Desire is often referred to as sex or sexual desire, when it's actually just about life force and energy and positive things that make you feel good. Okay? And yes, that can be sexual desire as well. Desire has a spectrum, just like I said. It could be physical, it could be sexual, it could be emotional, it could be creative, could be spiritual. Desire is something that makes you feel alive. It's something that makes you feel alive, something that makes you feel energized. It's not just about sex. I keep saying that, but it's true. Like I said, get that thought out of your head. Desire can be anything that makes you feel energized and alive. So, great. We're talking about desire, and maybe you haven't desired anything or anyone for a really long time. How do you even go about reconnecting with your desire and your fire? I'm going to call it like your inner fire, right? First of all, you've got to start listening to pull versus push. And by that, I mean like noticing when something naturally draws you in, not just what you feel like you should be focusing on or you should be working on, or something that feels more acceptable and things like that. So the other thing that you need to pay attention to is envy. Envy is a breadcrumb. And by a breadcrumb, it's something like, oh, think about a bird. A bird sees a breadcrumb and then it looks for the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. A breadcrumb is something that feeds you along a line, draws you along a path. People get envy and jealousy confused all the time. The difference between envy and jealousy is that envy is when you see a friend of yours have something that you also desire. I want what they have. Jealousy is more like, I can't believe that bitch has that and I don't. So when you're envious of something that someone has, then it's something like, I could also aspire to that. If I want that thing or that lifestyle or whatever, I can have it. And that's something that I want. Rather than being jealous of things that other people have. Like, I can't believe that person's driving that Mercedes. They're just showing off. Well, deep down, you may want that Mercedes. I don't know. But you feel in your heart that you don't deserve it, or that it's the wrong thing to want or desire. So you have to put the other person down because they have this thing that you desire. So be careful with envy and jealousy. Okay? Treat envy as data. If your friend is talking about a European vacation that they're taking or something, and it kind of starts to bubble up inside you, how do you feel about that? Are you happy for them? And you're asking them questions like, where are you going? What kinds of things will you see? I can't wait to hear all about your experiences that you have. That is a feeling of envy because you're happy for your friend and you're thinking, wow, that's something that I might want to do. And maybe they can share their experiences with me. And it's something that I can do as well myself. That's something that I want. That's something that I desire. Not, I can't believe they're going on that vacation. They didn't even invite me. That bitch has got a lot of... I think you can tell by the tone in my voice sort of like what the difference is. Get curious. Okay? What exactly do you want that they have? And why? I mean, what is your motivation behind that? Okay? Identify the desire underneath the thing, right? Is it freedom? Is it love? Is it creativity? Is it adventure? What is it? And when you can identify that, then you can start to take small steps in that direction toward that thing that you want, that maybe somebody else has. Maybe you can ask them, hey, how'd you get that thing? Or, wow, how did you plan your vacation? Or whatever it is. And then they'd be probably more than happy to share their knowledge with you. So for an example, I'm envious of my friend who is taking solo trips abroad. Maybe your first trip, or maybe your first step is asking them about the trip, how they planned it, did they feel safe, and whatever else, and then booking a solo day trip or saying, yes to a weekend away by yourself. If traveling solo is something that you're curious about and you want to do, find some people that have done it. Ask some questions. Maybe join a solo travel group or something like that. And that is just taking one more step that is around curiosity and information gathering that will make you feel more secure to then take the next step, right? Go after the next breadcrumb. Hello, my beautiful badass. I hope you're enjoying my summer solo series about reclaiming your midlife. If this has gotten you wondering about, wow, yeah, I really do need to do something here, and I'm a people pleaser and I just don't know how to get out of it, sign up for my newsletter. I offer a lot of tips weekly. It comes out on Thursdays. And if you're ready to rock and roll, just book a curiosity call. It's not a coaching call. It's not a sales call. It's just a, hey, this is what's going on with me. What the heck can I do about it? Kind of a call. I'd love to chat with you and help you on your journey and guide you down the path, whatever that path may be. So connect with me through my newsletter. You can also follow me on Instagram, Sue_Willoughby, or just go to my website, check out some of my coaching stuff. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great summer. The next thing I want to talk about is letting yourself want something without immediate action. What I mean by that is sometimes desire needs space before execution, like I just talked about. If it's travel or if it's something that is bigger than, going to the store to buy a gallon of milk. And I certainly hope that what you desire is more than that. But it's going to take some planning maybe, or some thought process, and maybe a little bit of momentum to get you out of your comfort zone and to help you move forward in the right direction. So be curious. And if there's something that you're curious about, let it breathe, just like opening a nice bottle of wine. Let it breathe, let it mature, you don't want it to mature too much, but you do want to let it breathe a little, let it settle, try it on for size, wear it around for a week or two, and just see. You don't have to just jump right into something full force. Step 4. Think of a time when you did desire something and what it felt like. Was it a quiet little desire? Was it a big, loud desire? Was it something that when you did pursue it, it gave you energy and it made you feel alive? Or is it something that you didn't do and wish that you had? So I'm the type of person that I tend to, be very curious. And my desire is fueled by curiosity and wanting to try new things, or learn something new, have a new experience, just get out there and do something different sometimes. So I remember when I didn't realize I had this desire, but a friend of mine gave me a flight lesson for my birthday one year. It was like an intro flight lesson. Then you go up with an instructor and, they let you hold the controls for half a second. And when we touched back down, I was like, that's it. I'm done. I went into the office of the flight school and I signed up for flight training, and I started taking flying lessons on a real level. And then I remember my first solo flight. I remember my first solo cross country. It scared the pants off of me, But I did it. And then I got my pilot's license, private pilot's license. And then I bought a plane. Most people just lease planes because it's easier and less expensive and you don't have the annual upkeep. But no, not me. Uh, I actually ended up buying a plane with a couple other people and it was fun. I kind of like having my own things rather than borrowing or leasing or renting something else. But it was fun. It was an adventure. Did I do it forever? No. Do I still have my pilot's license? Yes. But that's the thing. You can go all in. You can go in and go deep if you really love what you're doing. But that doesn't mean that you have to do it forever. So sometimes you don't even know that you desire something unless the opportunity presents itself and you take that opportunity to explore, to discover, to be curious. And that to me is a really fun way to live life, is just opportunities are popping up all the time. Most people are shut down to them. I try and be open to whatever comes my way. And I really, the more open you are, the more things come your way. Like I said, I think there's probably a lot of things coming your way right now that you may or may not even realize. And it might be something that is totally going to ignite your inner fire. So be open and be curious. You know how I always like to bring horses in because I do love horses and I do love their perspective on things and I do love the way they go through life. So when you think about the horse, in this case, talking about desires or needs or wants or whatever, horses just go with the flow. They go with whatever makes them feel good, whatever is nourishing their whole being. So, for example, they don't second guess wanting fresh grass, or they don't second guess wanting to drop to the ground and just roll in the dirt or the grass or whatever and snort and then jump up and kick up their heels. Because guess what? It makes them feel good. It's what they desire. It's what they want. If they want to run around through the field and then just stop and go back to grazing, that's what they want. That's what they desire. They're going to follow their instincts. They're going to follow their way of being because it makes them feel good. And they understand that. And they don't have any stories of shame or judgment or anything else keeping them from being exactly who they are and doing exactly what they want when they want to do it. So I have a challenge for you this week, a little tiny micro challenge. I want you to take maybe about 10 minutes or so, and you can pause the podcast because if you want to do it, well, but if you're driving, don't do this while you're driving, clearly, or just come back to this part. But here's what I want you to do. Here's your assignment. Get out a piece of paper and a pen. You can do it in your journal if you have a journal. That's cool too. And what I want you to do is write down this sentence. If I weren't afraid or ashamed, I would want to blank. I'm going to read it again. If I weren't afraid or ashamed, or afraid of judgment, same thing. It's all about fear. I would want to blank. I would want to do X. I would want to feel a certain way. I would desire blank. However you want to write that sentence, just write it down and then fill in the blank. But the way I want you to fill in the blank is not with just one thing, and I don't want you to overthink it. What I want you to do is fill an entire page. Don't censor, just have it be complete flow, whatever comes up for you. So before you actually do this writing exercise, I want you to ground yourself. So sit down wherever you feel comfortable. You know you're not going to be distracted. Get yourself a beverage of some sort and just sit down. Take a couple of deep breaths and then just relax. Close your eyes. Do a little quiet time. If you want to sit outside, take your notebook outside and, sit in your backyard or take it on a hike and go sit in the woods. Whatever is going to help you free up your mind, take you out of your, oh my God, I'm taking time for myself and I have so many things to do, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about it. This is a you assignment. This is an assignment to help you, and it's not selfish. Okay. So what I want you to do, like I said, write down that sentence and then just let it flow. Anything that comes to mind that has either maybe been making you curious, an opportunity that came up, something that you've wanted to do that maybe you used to do when you were younger and you've put it on a back burner, take it off the back burner. Write down as many things as you can that light you up, that you're curious about, that you're interested in doing or becoming or exploring or learning more about, whatever it is. Write them all down. Fill up a whole page and flip it over if you're still going. Don't censor. Don't stop and think about things. Just whatever pops into your mind, write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down. Okay. Once you've done that, I want you to go back and I want you to circle one thing. Again, I hear you. Do not overthink it. Scan the page really quickly, and whichever one draws your attention, boom, circle it. Once you've done that, I want you to do that one thing. I want you to go out and I want you to do something that will get you closer to the one thing that you circled. It's not rocket science. You can do this. I'm here for you. If you need some support, DM me or email me or whatever. Book a curiosity call. I don't care, whatever it is, but just try it. Try and free your mind up. Get into your body. What makes you feel good? When you're looking down this list, what sensations are you having in your physical being? Are they good sensations or are they like meh? If it's meh, go to the next thing. Circle the thing that when you look at that, your eyes go right there and you're like, that's the thing. That is the thing that I'm going to start being curious about. Then I want you to share that one insight with a friend. I want you to share it with somebody. Write it down, make it real, then start to brainstorm all of the things that you can do to take little baby steps towards fueling that desire. And if you tell somebody, it kind of makes it more real. Don't be afraid of judgment. This is a good, positive exercise, and I want to hear about it. Like I said, shoot me an email, write a comment in the podcast thing here, do whatever. But I want to hear. Okay. So just to summarize, your desire isn't wrong. It's wisdom. It will help you build curiosity. It will help you open up to the world, to the opportunities that are out there that are calling you every single day, more than once. Trust me. Okay, next week. So we're on the home stretch here, folks. In our next episode of this summer reset, we're going to be doing a midlife edit. So we're going to be decluttering the emotional junk drawer and taking some real action in that area. Okay. So don't be scared. You can open up the junk drawer and we're going to throw a whole bunch of shit out. We're going to release a whole bunch of crap that you no longer need, that will create space for your next desire. All right, this is Sue Willoughby. It's been a pleasure. I hope you're enjoying this summer reset series. Please share it with a friend. Maybe you get a buddy to go through these exercises with. That's always fun. There's fun and sometimes safety in numbers. There's also accountability, and that can really help you out as you go on this journey and keep moving forward. Until next week, I wish you light and love and lots of resets.